What is up guys, Drew Gamer here, and today we are going to be going over some of the most hated things in Warzone 2021. Now, as you all know, Warzone has obviously gotten an update. Warzone has changed. It has changed into Verdansk, whatever you want to call it, Verdansk 84. Now, Verdansk has changed a lot, and it has changed for the better and for the worse in some certain ways. Now, in this video we are going to be going over some of the most hated things, but there's a lot of good, and if you guys want to see that side of this video, then be sure to let me know. Also, if you guys have any feedback or any other suggestions on things that you want to see taken out, things added, and things that you wish would have just been in from the start, let us know in the comment section below. Anyway guys, jumping on to number one. So this is the number one thing that I feel should just be taken either out or just adjusted in the game in Warzone. It is one of the most broken weapons that we have seen. Now, I think some of you might have already guessed it, and some of you might have this as your favorite weapon right now, and some, I think a majority of the community really hates this weapon right now. If you guys haven't guessed, it is the Street Sweeper. The Street Sweeper is one of the most annoying yet fun guns in Warzone. The reason for this is it is too available. This weapon is everywhere, and when I say everywhere, it is everywhere. I'm pretty sure I found 5 in one house. That is just absolute madness. The Street Sweeper is just an overpowering, dominating weapon, and it has changed how people play Warzone, especially in this new season. Now, what people are doing in this new season, they are going around, they're getting their main loadout, but then they're rocking Ghost instead of rocking overpowered, rocking like an SMG with an AR. They're instead going around with Ghost and camping, because they find a Street Sweeper. They can sit in a house all day long, and you rush that building, you're getting slayed with a Street Sweeper. There ain't no counteracting that unless you stay distance, or maybe a Mach 10, depending. But no, there is many ways to counteract the Street Sweeper, but at the same time, there's not many either. Now, this weapon I just feel is way too available in Warzone. It is a fun weapon, don't get me wrong, it is a fun weapon, but I'm sick and tired of being killed by it myself. There's been numerous games, if you guys didn't know, there's numerous games where I go and I die to a Street Sweeper, and many of the people I play with, it happens to a lot. One thing I think they could do to counteract this is involve the Modern Warfare weapons. I get it, it's Cold War's turn, I get that, but if we have a mixture of Modern Warfare and Warzone ground loot, I feel the game would just run a bit better. Now, on to number two. Number two, if you guys haven't guessed what this slot is, or at least had some sort of notion of what I'm about to say, then I don't know what you guys are thinking, okay? But the Rose skin. I am honestly, personally sick of seeing this skin in and around the game, even after we were told that this was getting a nerf. Now, the Rose skin probably has been nerfed in some way, shape or form, but it obviously isn't doing what we need it to do in Warzone. The Rose skin is still not visible in many situations. It is still very hard to see the Rose skin in any sort of dark environment, and personally this sucks. And especially with the Street Sweeper and people rocking Ghost and camping in buildings and rocking the Rose skin, it ain't fun trying to rush people anymore. It ain't fun trying to get those kills when there's a Street Sweeper Rose skin with Ghost waiting around the corner. But one of the main issues is too many people are rocking this skin as well. There is way too many Rose skins I run into. There was a full team of Rose skins me and Adam ran into. It was absolutely crazy. People need to stop using the Rose skin, because I feel they haven't nerfed it enough. Honestly, I think the only way to nerf the Rose skin at this point is to literally put a high visibility jacket on it, or just some sort of reflective kind of surface to brighten her up, because the Rose skin is overpowered. Now, it was fun, and but leave that go. Leave the Rose skin meta die. She's gone, just leave it. There's no point in trying to keep using her. I get it, she's a cool skin, but they need to add something to change her up. To number 3. Now, this isn't really something to do with just this season. Now, I know this is Warzone 2021, but I feel this is a good thing that well, you guys might disagree. But I would say armor satchels. Now, armor satchels are still not available from the buy, which is kind of, I don't know, I feel like that is one of the things that needs to be kind of added. Armor satchels are one of the most universal items that any team can have. Now, if it was to be available in the buy station, I feel like a fair price of that would be 5,000, and this is really the reason why it's kind of hated in Warzone, in my opinion, because yes, I feel like armor satchels are very common anyway, but it would be nice to have them from the get-go, because then that way, if you're gonna go out and you're gonna go push teams, you're gonna need A-plates. I know it's gonna be harder to kill people at times, but at the same time, like when you come back from a gouge, you don't have loadout. You're waiting for that loadout. It would be so nice to be able to grab an armor satchel right after grabbing that loadout that you finally get, because at least you shield and you're ready. Because coming back from gouge now, especially late game, it is very hard to like find shield, and it is just a nightmare. So honestly, I feel like armor satchels would be the way to go from the buy station. Now, many of you may disagree with me, and if you do, that's fine. Be sure to let me know. Be sure to let me know what you think would be better. Do you think there should be less around the map anyway? Or do you think they should only come from specific places? Or do you think there should just be a different way of getting armor satchels? Like completing a challenge, or doing something like that, or having like a supply run that would only, like a supply run's the only way to actually buy an armor satchel. I think something like that might be cool. Also, on my list we have, and this is linking in with armor satchels in a way, but buy stations. Buy stations are one of the most weirdest worked mechanics around the game. Now, the way the buy station is managed is perfect. Loadout at the bottom, everyone's happy. The whole RCXD incident is now gone. But buy stations are just too clumped together. Now, what I mean by this is you get into a game and there will be fairly spread out buy stations in some areas, and then in other areas you find about 10 within 50 meters of each other. That is very frustrating, because when I land, and if you guys haven't checked out our stream, go follow my Twitch. It's on screen right now, and first link in the description. But if you guys want to go check out our Twitch, you'll see where we land and where the buys are just always scattered from us. Where we land, there's a buy right below us, which is right next to Superstore. Now, typically there will be a buy in Superstore no matter what, but you don't really want to push Superstore if you weren't the team in Superstore. You're gonna get slapped up. But there's always seems to be a congestive amount of buy stations to the right side of the map and not to both sides of the map. But at the same time, it is very frustrating, especially when you are able to get 10 grand and go for your loadout, but then you die on the way there because you're traveling so long. It gets very frustrating. So guys, I'm going to give you all an honorable mention. Now, this mention was from the one, the only, the Golden Gamer, Golden Sutton, also on Twitch, if you want to go check his Twitch out. But this is an honorable mention from him, and this is something he feels is kind of a thing that's just been going on too long in Warzone. He feels self-revives are way too common. Now, I agree with this to an extent, that self-reses are way too available on the map as it is, and yet they're buyable in the buy station. So it is I think it is actually too common to find a self-res in a normal chest. It has happened so many times, but then the chance of getting it out of an orange chest is kind of weird. So I think this all kind of links in again with the armor satchels kind of situation, where you should only be able to get it through certain ways. I think being in a buy is I think it's a good thing to have it on the buy, but to have it coming out of an ordinary chest all the time, or even finding it on the ground somewhere, it's kind of it's kind of annoying because then everybody you face has self-revive, and when you're in quads especially, when you down one guy, you don't want to have to worry about him. You want to focus on the guy you're fighting. And I know this adds for more diverse gameplay and giving everyone a second chance, but that's why I feel like they're a bit too common, and I definitely think that needs to be reviewed or at least looked into. Now if you guys do disagree, be sure to let us know your feedback. If you guys agree, let us know your feedback as well on what your solution would be to the whole situation. And I hope you guys have your own say in the comment section. I'm gonna love reading your comments, and yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it. Now if you guys do want to check out Twitch again, also guys, it is down linked in the description if you want to go check it out. twitch.tv/gamertruettv. Now if you guys are going to go check that out, we stream pretty much every single day or every second day depending on the week we have ahead, but we will be streaming pretty much every day. Warzone, so fun, love the new season. I want to hear your thoughts as well in the comments. What do you feel about the new season? I feel like it is one of the best seasons that we've had, and I hope and I pray that they just keep doing the updates, and I hope to see more and more stuff being added. We're getting an update tomorrow as of recording this video. The new update's gonna be sick. I can't wait to get my hands on the new weapon and see how that all works. So anyway guys, that's gonna do it for me. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. Do subscribe as well guys to keep up to date with all the new content from me. And without further ado, I'm going to end it here. So thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to drop a like. Do subscribe. Stay true. And peace.